Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. Welcome to the 6 a.m. Swingers Club Kettlebell Training with Sensei David Hills.
And Kendra McLaughlin.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being here this morning. It is bright and early, 6 a.m. on a Monday morning. And what will be, I hope everybody had a good weekend. Today's the first day of us going caffeine free. So if I stumble over my words, I'm awake. I just haven't had my caffeine. So we're trying to eliminate caffeine from our diet. And today's our first day with a caffeine-free coffee, and then we'll wean ourselves off that and just go with water.
If we survive, we'll let you know. If we survive, you'll see us here at 6 a.m. If not, if we don't show up one day, you know we're in need of an antidote.
So what will we be going over today?
I was thinking today we'd work on kettlebell.
Hey, that's a great idea since
Yes.
this is kettlebell training.
No, actually, what I thought we'd do today is we've kind of gone through the extent of the basic curriculum. And what I thought we would do this morning is start over from the beginning again and go back to the swing and do it all over again. This time through, we'll show variations as we go along. But for those of you that have not gone back through and watched the previous episodes or gone to the YouTube channel, Sensei David Hill's YouTube channel, to look at the basics, which I really actually highly recommend, because there's no matter how much training you've had, you should go take a look at those basic videos. There's a lot of information on there. And anyway, so we're going to review this week some of the stuff, and then next week we're going to go on to doing some stuff with doubles. So if you don't have smaller kettlebells yet, what you really want is you want your main kettlebell that you work with. So for me, that's a 16 kilogram, and then a pair of kettlebells that are half that size. So in my case, would be a pair of 8s. So whatever you're using for a kettlebell for your swing weight, cut it in half and get a pair of those. And we'll start on that next week. Give folks who don't have them time to get a pair of those. All right.
That's fantastic. Okay, so let's get started. And good morning to everybody again.
All right. So we are going to pick up our kettlebell. First thing we're going to do is called the deadlift, right? And that's actually just picking the kettlebell up to this position. The important pieces of this are you keep your back straight from the top to the bottom. So if you were to walk up against the wall, if you were to go stand up against the wall, your tailbone touches the wall, your mid-back touches the wall, and then your head touches the wall. So you do all those three things, and then fire your core so that it doesn't move and come away. So in other words, when we do our swing, we don't do this because that would be moving our spine. We keep it straight. We don't move our hips. We don't bend our back in the middle. We keep it straight from top to bottom. We fold here at the hips. Now watch my knees. The knee bends, but it doesn't go forward. A lot of people make this mistake when they go down. The knees don't go forward. It's the ankle joint that is frozen. Watch my ankles. It's like you're wearing a pair of ski boots, right? You can't, or hockey skates, you can't bend your ankle wearing a pair of ski boots. In fact, if you've got a pair of ski boots in your closet, put them on. Walk out into your living room, put the kettlebell down in front of you, and see if you can sit back into your hips to be able to reach down and grab the kettlebell. Notice my arm is straight, right? Hook my hand underneath and I seat my shoulder. Stand.
Show it the other arm because they can't see this arm on this side. Arm is straight.
My shoulder. Hook. And lift. And now, it's a matter of, if I want to get my head closer to the ground, think with your butt. Lower your hips, and your head will lower. Right? So I actually move my hips backward, bring myself down, fire my glutes, and push my hips forward for me to stand back up. So that's the main key for this. The second thing that you need to think about is your shoulder. Seat your shoulder. I want to say it's the second episode, but if you go onto the YouTube channel, you'll see a drawing of the muscles, breaking it down, exactly how it's done. But the truth is, watch closely. I can connect my upper arm to my shoulder like so.
Turn around and so they can see it from behind, because it really shows from behind. So see how you can feel it when you do it
Your shoulders, right? If you bring your shoulders back and down, you will achieve the same thing, right? I know a lot of the sports people, the coaches tell them, they say back and down, and it means shoulders back and down, right? This seats the shoulder in the the humerus here, sits right into the scapula.
So what's the name of your YouTube channel?
It's Sensei David Hills.
Okay. So a lot of people, for those of you who don't know, Sensei David Hills is the YouTube channel.
All right, folks. Okay, so to actually swing the kettlebell, there's a couple of different variations on how to get it started. I'm going to show you the RKC method. They put the kettlebell out in front of you, so it makes a triangle. You sit back into your hips, and you grab the kettlebell out here. This way, I can pull the kettlebell back, and I end up at the bottom of my swing form position. So it's here that I need to push my hips forward hard. You want to snap your hips forward and lock them in place. Boom. What that's going to do is it's going to push on my femur, right? The bone of my leg, of my upper leg, is going to be in physical contact with my forearm and push my forearm so that the kettlebell swings out. There is no picking up on it with your arms. If you feel yourself picking it up with your arms, you're doing it wrong. Kettlebell is about using momentum. All the things in Western weightlifting that they say not to do, that's what we tell you to do in kettlebell. Because this isn't about isolating a muscle and making it grow bigger. This is about increasing your ability to function. This is increasing your work capacity. And that's why we use momentum. We use momentum as much as we can. Who we got here? Anthony. Good to see you, Anthony. Pablo. Hey, Pablo, my man. Les. All right, guys. So this is what your swing form looks like. From this triangle position, you're going to hike it like a football and immediately snap the hips. This point of contact between your arms and lower leg is key. A lot of people will try to swing the kettlebell without letting it touch their leg. How is it going to push my arm if it's not in contact with my leg in order to push it? If I don't, I can do it, but it puts undue pressure on my low back. It's improper swing form. So let's have Kendra get him to try and see what it looks like.
Here. In line.
Yep, you are all set.
Okay.
Hold the hip, reach out for the kettlebell, seat your shoulders, nice and snap. There it is. Now we're talking. Beautiful. All right, sit there. Nice.
Is there a good way to stop it?
Yeah, actually, you want to put it back exactly where it came from. Just like got to stall the kettlebell. Right. Now that's, like I said, that's the RKC method, Russian kettlebell certification. It's sort of the original kettlebell certification that they have in this country. There's a few more that have come up nowadays. Pavel's new one is Strong First. He's left the RKC organization, but they're all, it's all based on the same stuff, folks. It's all very good stuff. Okay, so there it is. There's your swing form. If you need more tips on that, check out the channel, like I said. All right, get your kettlebell ready. We're going to be starting up in just a minute.
And which one do you think I should start with?
You can start with your heavy one. I'm going with a lighter kettlebell today because I slept wrong. Was it Friday?
Yeah.
Thursday night last week. I slept on my shoulder wrong, and I woke up and I could barely move my arm. I knew it wasn't damaged, but it was definitely tweaked, overstretched the ligament in there or something, and it feels much better today. But it's still a little tweaked. So what I recommend, if you don't feel up to it, if you don't feel 100%, go down in your kettlebell and still do your workout. Go through the motions, but use a very light kettlebell.
I wanted to introduce Bugaboo. She is our mascot here. But the cool thing about Bugaboo is that she has her own TikTok channel. So it's Your Dog Bugaboo if you want to check it out. She's pretty funny. She is like the best dog. She is so
destined to be way more popular than we are.
So Your Dog Bugaboo on TikTok, look her up and you'll be able to follow her. So for those of you who don't have a dog, she can be your dog too. We'll share. She's mascot.
Okay, 2 hands on the kettlebell. Sit back into your hips. Kettlebell's out in front, ready to launch. And swing it. 1, 2, going for 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One-handed now. Switch hands. Now alternate. Bring it to the rack. Nice. Okay. 10 swings to the rack. 1, 2, keep your elbow tucked. Use your hips. Change hands. Change hands. Bring it to the rack and hold. We're going to do 10 high pulls. Elbow's going to be up high, punching back out through the kettlebell. Keep your shoulders seated during the exercise. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 6, change hands. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change hands, bring it to the rack. Sit back into your hips, press overhead. Return. Swing. Rack. 2. Use your hips. Use your hips again. 3. 6. 7. Change hands. Remo. And bring it in. Set it down. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
What do we have?
What do we got going today? We have Pablo. Yeah, pronounce your last name. Christine.
We have Liam Pierce.
Daniel.
Shavagata.
Liani.
Hey, Shav. How's it going? Good morning. It's early here. I know it's like noontime.
Liam. Shavagado.
Andy
Very
Arsenault.
nice.
Sanka. My friend Craig. Hey, Craig. How's it going?
All right, guys, let's kick it into gear.
Oh, boy. Kicking. It's Monday.
Okay, so we know the snatch and we know the lunge. Today we're going to combine the two. So grab your kettlebell and you're going to swing it back, and in one motion bring it all the way over your head into the snatch position. Here we go. There's the lockout position. Stepping forward with our opposite leg with the kettlebell press. 1, snatch. 2, snatch. 3.
Whoa.
4. Now what you can do is snatch, go all the way up, and step. Or you can do them together when you've got it. Change hands. Bring it overhead. Step opposite leg. Seven, 8, 9, Again. Sit down. Beautiful.
I was behind a couple. I had to really concentrate on so I had to do it in the two-piece way.
Totally.
Because I'm using a little bit of a heavy kettlebell today for that. And I had to make sure that I was blocked out up here.
Mm-hmm.
And if I did it all at once, I noticed my elbow wasn't locked out.
Absolutely. These things, every step where you add a difficulty level, you got to challenge things. It's going to take a while to dial it back in. If you only get through 5 or 6, well, we do 10. Totally fine.
As long as your form is correct.
Form comes first.
Form is the key.
All right. Very nice. Let's do a little bit different lunge. We're going to do it without the kettlebell for a second. Feet shoulder width apart. Going to the left first, so I shift to the right and open my left foot. Shift onto it. Pivot on the ball of the back foot. Drop straight down. Come back up. Pivot, place the heel. Pivot on the heel, place the toe. So again, it's pivot on the heel. Shift forward, pivot on the ball. Pivot on the ball of the foot, pivot on the heel. Now, one thing, watch this real quick. I turn and I turn. Don't sit back onto this back leg. You see this position? You don't want that. You want to drop this knee straight down. Right? Straight down with that knee. Don't try to shift back because you'll do some weird thing where you put all the weight on the back leg. This exercise is working the front leg. Try that one more time. Pivot. Pivot onto that leg, pivot the back foot. Now drop. Don't shift your weight back. Drop. Right. There we go. There's a slight difference, but it makes a big difference once you put it under load. Okay, so grab your kettlebell. Put it in the rack position for now. Feet apart. Pivot. Shift forward, pivot. Sink straight down. Come back up. Pivot and pivot. Again. This last one we're going to do in a pressed position. Pivot. Pivot. Bring it back. Change hands with the kettlebell. Starting in a racked position. Shift away, open the foot. Shift forward, pivot on the heel or the toe of the back leg. My weight's on the front foot. Drop the knee. Come back up. Heel, toe. Again. 2. 3. 4. Press the kettlebell. Pivot. Pivot. Return. Sit it down. All right, very nice. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 minutes, which is we're gonna say actually we're just gonna do a number. We're gonna do 50 snatches. So get the kettlebell that you desire to use.
Snatches are
All the way overhead in one motion.
okay.
We're going to do 5 on each side. Switch hands. Eventually, we're going to do this for 10 minutes. Eventually, we're going to do 200 of these. Today, we're only going to do 50, which is about 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes. All right, here we go. Grab the kettlebell. All the way up. 2, 3, 4, 5. Change hands. Use your hips. That's 10. Change hands. Hands. 20. Change hands. 25. That's halfway. Change hands. Change hands. 40. Change hands. 10 more. Change hands. Last 5. Pull it in.
I had to really watch my snap form on that.
Yes.
Uh,
Because otherwise you're doing it all with your arm.
right.
You'll wear it
And
out.
you can feel the difference when you're using your hip. So much easier.
You're much bigger, more powerful
The
muscles.
momentum of your hip. Wow. Is that it?
One more thing.
I was ready.
Well, we started a bit early, so that was 15 minutes.
Okay.
But we're going to end with another set of 50 swings.
I'm going to grab my bigger kettlebell. I'm going up with this.
All right, here we go. 50 swings to finish it off. 2 hands on the bell. And 1. 8. There's 10. 30. 10 more. Set it down.
Woo.
Very nice, folks.
Happy Monday. What a way to
Kevin Foundry, you're late. All right, guys.
What a way to get our Monday started. Thank you so much for being here today. for this beautiful Monday morning. Sending you love, peace, happiness, joy, and abundance to all of you in the world who need it today. We love you. Thank you for your support. Were you going to say something?
I was. So coming up soon, we're going to be doing 1 hour Zoom calls on the weekends, interactive, where I can watch your swing form, critique you. We all, as a group, can critique each other's swing form, talk about the details of this. Make sure you're dialed in. So I'll be leaving a link for that. Probably by the end of the week. That one will be a subscription course, so there'll be a cost involved in it. These classes are free and will remain that way.
It's called an investment.
Oh, sorry, it's an investment.
When you invest in yourself to become a better person in whatever you're doing, it's an investment.
It is.
So anyway.
Yeah, I paid over $1,000 to go get the training for this stuff that I needed. You guys can get it for, 80% of that. No, it'll be just a few dollars a month in order to participate in those calls.
We'll also be covering things like mindset and, inspiration and things like that in along with it, because that kind of goes with your workout and getting up and doing this
Also,
stuff.
for those MMA fighters that are watching, we're going to start doing some additional work with our class as a warm-up. That's all going to be based on martial arts. Really, what I'm teaching eventually is kettlebells for mixed martial arts. So that's where you guys, this will really turn you guys on, because I've got 40 years of experience teaching martial arts. There's so many things that these things apply directly to. You guys will have a blast. All right, folks, signing off for today. Have a beautiful day.